Well, hi, Jeff Shore. As we talk about controlling our own success, one of the things that we have to do in the world of sales is to recognize that there's just a lot of negativity that we're going to deal with. That's a fact. You can't get away from it. It just happens. People will carry negativity through your door and hand it to you on a platter. It's not a question of whether you're going to face negativity. It's not a matter of whether you're going to see negativity, sense it, feel it. It's a question of how you're going to respond to it. I'm going to suggest you more than anything else, if there is negativity, if you want to control your success, it's so critical that the negativity is out here, but it's not in here, and it's not in here. So what do I do with that? Well, what I want to do more than anything else is to make sure that those negative thoughts, or what the late Zig Ziglar would have called stinking thinking here, if I want to make sure that there is no negative thought in my brain, then the best way to do that is to make sure that my brain is full of positive thought. You see, the more positive thought that I have, the more positive internal dialogue that I have, the less room there is for that negative thought to come in and take hold. And you probably have already experienced this on your best days, right? Those days when you're feeling really good and you feel invincible. Like you could throw any negativity at me and I'll shoot it down, I'll beat it down with a stick. Well, this is what we're talking about right here. We're talking about feeding your brain with that positive energy, with that positive thought, so there's simply no room for negativity. A couple of ideas along those lines. One is to make sure that you've got so much positive dialogue taking place inside your brain that when a negative thought comes into your brain, it'll seem like it's out of place. The positive thoughts will shoo it away because it just doesn't fit. And there are people out there, I know some of you might be looking at it saying, really, is that what we're going to talk about? Just think happy, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and people like me? No, look, I know you know people who just think positive. They just do. Something else, you probably like them more. We like people more who think positive than those who think negative. You want to be likable? Think positive. Feed your brain with positive thoughts. The internet is an incredible resource to be able to do just that. To be able to figure out, how do I make sure that I'm not starting the day on a news site where I'm figuring out what's wrong with the world and the negativity of people around me, but instead I'm starting that day right from the very beginning with feeding positive, feeding positive, feeding positive. This is one of the reasons why I am inclined, for me personally, I am inclined to make sure that I pray at the start of every day, because I believe that God is positive. And I believe in my positive relationship with God. And so for me, that's a sense of positive strength right from the start of the day to be able to make sure that I'm in control to the extent that I can be in control. But what it does is, if I'm relying on a very positive thought, in this case, if I'm relying on a very positive God, then I'm also recognizing that anything that the world, that my existence throws at me that is negative, I'm already in a place to fight it off. So let me just encourage you here to really, really beef up the amount of strategic focus you have on controlling your own positive energy. Just control it. Just own it. That is up to you. Control your positive energy. You can, you must, if you want to change someone's world.